Show.
Yo, Gina Grad.
Yo.
What are the trending news headlines?
A California jury has found rapper A$AP Rocky not guilty of assault charges related to a 2021 shooting incident with a former friend. The defense argued that Rocky used a prop gun that only fired blanks. And while the prosecution claimed Rocky shot at his former friend, the defense said the guy accusing him is motivated by money and jealousy.
Yeah, I saw something a little bit about the story. I wasn't very familiar with the details of everything, but what I did understand is that this guy was basically trying to get a payout out of him. Mm-hmm. And so this guy, like, it came down to there was no real hard evidence.
Yeah.
It was just basically whose story did you believe?
Right.
Yeah, but it was extremely risky. It's like, here, do this 180 days or face 20 years in jail.
Yeah,
if you're found guilty. And there was one factor of this case, which I'm like, man, you're really taking that risk, because when they went to search A$AP Rocky's house, they found a magazine for a gun, right? And they go, where did this come from? And he goes, oh, that's my tour manager's. Okay. And the tour manager did testify that, yeah, this was my magazine, but the gun that the tour manager has registered, the magazine does not fit that gun. And he said, oh, yeah, I happened to buy the wrong one, and I happened to leave it at his house. And I'm like, ooh, I mean, this is pretty risky, guys.
Getting warm in here.
Yeah. You know, this is pretty risky that you're facing this 20 years.
Yeah, we have a small update on the plane in Canada that flipped over. So as of yesterday morning, a senior investigator at the Transportation Safety Board of Canada said it's far too early to say what caused this accident.
I finally saw the video.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, the video's everywhere. And I would say ice and weather.
Well, here's the thing. The crash happened on a Monday that happened to have gusty winds and heavy snowfall, but officials said, well, what we can say is the runway was dry and there were no crosswind conditions. But an air traffic controller told the Delta pilot that there were winds of 26 miles an hour, gusting up to 38 miles an hour, and blowing across the plane's path at a 40-degree angle.
Yeah, I trust air traffic controller.
I'm on a lot of these like flying accounts and stuff, and there were a lot of pilots that were analyzing the video.
Yeah.
And right before, because when you're coming in for your descent, the nose is down,
right?
Like as you're coming down.
Okay, yeah.
Right. And then as you get to the runway, you're supposed to raise the nose of the plane up about 10 feet above runway level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it comes in. That's why it looks like the back of the it is the back of the plane is the nose kind of up in the air and then touch down. It looked like he didn't get enough of that, to kind of like help, but there could have been they're saying that he was probably also looked like he was compensating maybe for a crosswind, so there was a little bit more toward like kind of leaning into it, which would lean to the left or the right in whatever case where the wind's coming from. And so when he hit the runway a little too hard, that's when all of a sudden it corrected, and then that wing hit, tore the wing, fire starts, and then it just starts. Then the cabin starts to the fuselage starts to roll.
Yeah, again, I trust the air traffic controller that actually is there versus
the
we
communications department.
See our iPhones can't even tell us the weather.
Yeah, correct.
Well, we do have one of the passengers. He did an interview and said that there were no warning signs that the plane was going to flip, and he described it as the plane hitting the runway extremely hard before it popped slightly in the air and then leaned over. He says there was a giant firewall down the side and that he could feel the heat through the windows.
Damn.
When the plane finally came to a stop, this is crazy. He said they were all just hanging upside down like bats and that everyone was quiet and calm.
Yeah, they're probably trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
What the hell just happened?
It looked like that
shock.
Daytona crash. Did you see that where the car,
Those
hit
are
the
crazy.
other car, and then it was flying upside down for a while and then finally hit the ground. It was
Those
crazy.
are absolutely insane to watch. Well, a group of blue state lawyers tried to stop a government department called DOGE. Have you guys heard of this? Which stands for the Department of Government Efficiency.
Haven't heard anything about
it.
Yeah,
it's
what's
run
Doge?
by Elon Musk. It's Doge.
What?
No.
From accessing info.
Is it new?
It's brand new.
Oh.
Info at a bunch of federal agencies. So they also want to stop Doge from firing all these workers at these agencies. And Doge's goal is to make the government more efficient by cutting down on the number of federal workers, among other things. The state lawyers asked a judge to block Doge from accessing information and firing people, but the judge refused. He said the state lawyers didn't prove that.
By the way, that was a female judge.
Yeah. She said
Don't blame it on dudes.
I won't blame it on dudes. I'm sorry. that they didn't prove that Doge would cause immediate harm and it wouldn't be seriously bad for firing people or reworking the system. So for now, they can just kind of do their thing without restrictions.
I like how you just assume it's a dude.
I
do.
That wasn't
here's
right.
a judge, and then she just assumes it's a dude.
It's so funny. I was picturing Judge Judy.
Not cool, man.
Who doesn't just picture Judge Judy? And I said he anyway.
Yeah, not cool.
Well, let's talk about this dude, Pope Francis. He's still in the hospital from a respiratory tract infection and pneumonia. The Vatican says that his condition is complicated, requires more treatment. Despite this, the Pope's in good spirits.
He's not feeling good.
He's still receiving the Eucharist every day.
I am having a breathing treatment coming in.
Yeah.
Not good.
So we have that clip.
Who's next in line? God forbid something happens to him.
Well, they always have somebody in the
The
wings.
election of smoke in the chin.
His upcoming Jubilee was canceled. But maybe
Mr.
he wants to
Jubilee.